Welcome to all. I am Mrs. S. Tayal Naihi, Assistant Professor of Computer Science. Now we see about the Internet of Things. First of all, introduction of Internet of Things. IoT technology. It's one of the technology. It's also commonly known as IoT. It's a way of connecting all the devices and objects around us into a common cloud network. Advantage of this technology, we will be able to communicate as well as send or receive data across this network without the need of any human intervention. So, Internet of Things is fully networked and connected devices sending analytics data back to cloud or data center. The definition of Internet of Things is that it is the network in which every object or thing is provided unique identifier and data is transferred through a network without any verbal communication. Next, scope of IoT is it's not just limited to just connecting things to the internet, but it allows these things to communicate and exchange data, process them as well as control them while executing applications. Next, formal definition of IoT. A dynamic global network infrastructure with self-configuring capabilities based on standard and interoperable communication protocols where physical and virtual things have identities, physical attributes and use intelligent interfaces and are seamlessly integrated into information network that communicate data with users and environments. Therefore, IoT means it describes the network of physical objects, that means things, that are embedded with sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging data with other devices and systems over the internet. Next, what is an IoT device? IoT device, it's nothing but it includes wireless sensors, softwares, actuators, and computer devices. They are attached to a particular object that operates through the internet, enabling the transfer of data among objects or people automatically without human intervention. Then IoT, why it is important? Simply, IoT is a network of physical devices that are embedded with software, sensor, and network connectivity to collect and exchange data. IoT makes everyday objects smart by enabling them to transmit data and automate tasks without requiring any manual intervention. So, IoT is important nowadays. Next, why do we need IoT? Internet of Things wants to connect all potential objects to interact each other on the internet to provide secure, comfort life for human. So nowadays, we almost have internet infrastructure wherever and we can use it whenever. Embedded computing devices would be exposed to internet influence. Next, who invented IoT? Kevin Ashton. Actual idea, at least since 1970s, idea called embedded internet or pervasive computing. But actual term IoT was coined by Kevin Ashton in 1999. So father of IoT is Kevin Ashton. Best examples for IoT is consumer connected devices include smart TVs, smart speakers, toys, wearable and smart appliances. In smart cities, monitor traffic and weather conditions. Next, how many IoT devices are there? In 2018, there were 7 billion IoT devices. In 2019, 26.66 billion reached. Every second, 127 new IoT devices are connected to web. During 2020, experts estimate 31 billion, but now we reached nearby 50 billion IoT devices in 2020. Next, whether IoT is need or not. Definitely IoT is good for everyone. It's an ecosystem of connected devices which make our lives smarter and convenient. It connects normal device with internet to make them smarter. Next, disadvantages of IoT. It have some disadvantages. It hard to protect, and connecting physical infrastructure to the internet makes systems vulnerable to new security threats. Next, cyber security problems are everywhere. So these are all the disadvantages of IoT. Next, how does an IoT device work? IoT system consists of sensors, devices which talk to the cloud through some kind of connectivity. Once the data gets to the cloud, software processes it and then might decide to perform an action such as sending an alert or automatically adjusting the sensor or devices without the need for user. Next, can IoT work without internet? Not all. IoT devices need an internet connection to function properly. Connecting it to the internet would give you control over it from outside the local network. An IP camera on the local network can do its job perfectly without a web connection. Next, we see about the characteristics of IoT. It have five characteristics: dynamic, global, network, and self-adapting. Adapt the changes with respect to changing context. Dynamic, global, network, and self-adapting. Adopt the changes with respect to changing context. And take actions based on their operating conditions, users' context, or sensed environment. Example, the surveillance system is adapting itself based on context and changing conditions. Second one is self-configuring. It allowing a large number of devices to work together to provide certain functionality. And third one, interoperable communication protocol. It supports a number of interoperable communication protocols, can communicate with other devices and also with infrastructure. And fourth one is unique identity. Each IoT device has a unique identity and a unique identifier, that is IP address. Next, fifth one is integrated into information network. It allows them to communicate and exchange data with other devices and systems to perform certain analysis. Next, introduction of IoT. Here we see some of the examples where we use it IoTs in home, music, camera, watch, automobiles, spare parts, health. In all field we utilize the IoT devices. Next, applications of IoT. Here we have some of the examples, that is home, cities, environment, energy, retail, logistics, agriculture, industry, health and lifestyle. These are some of the applications of IoT. Here we see the figure of IoT. Vehicle, asset, person and pet monitoring, controlling, agriculture, automation, energy consumption, security and surveillance, building management, embedded mobile, M2M and wireless sensor network, everyday things, smart homes and cities, telemedicine and healthcare, everyday things get connected for smarter tomorrow. Here we see some of the examples. In transport, public transport vehicles equipped with air quality sensors. Here air quality means noise pollution occurring by some gases, for example, MO, CO2, NO2, some gases occurring noise pollution. Next, wearable air quality sensors and high resolution air pollution maps, and mobile stations installed on top trams in Zurich. Continuously in operation since April 2012, monitor main pollutants and environmental parameters: PM 0.1, O3, CO, NO2, temperature, humidity. More than 100 million noise occurs, it will be identified by using IoT device. Here we see the figure, how it will be sense the gases in different field, how it will be used IoT device. Relay sensor in rock surface, trigger node, GPS sensor, and GPS sensor in moving slope, rock, glacier, debris, wireless sensors, temperature, crack, dilatations, base stations. From base stations, we access the point, backend data server fusion, processing and storage. Next, physical design of IoT. In physical design of IoT, we have two things. One is things in IoT. Second one is IoT protocols. In things in IoT, refers to IoT device which have unique identities that can perform sensing, actuating, and monitoring capabilities. IoT device can exchange data with other connected devices or collect data from other devices and process the data either locally or send the data to centralized servers or cloud-based application backends for processing the data. Here we see the generic block diagram of an IoT device. Here we see the connectivity, processor, audio, video interfaces, input, output interfaces, memory interfaces, graphics, storage interfaces. Here we see how protocols to utilize this connectivity, memory interface, processor, audio, video interface, storage interfaces, etc. An IoT device may consist of several interfaces for connections to other devices, both wired and wireless. Input-output interfaces for sensors, interfaces for internet connectivity, memory and storage interfaces, audio-video interfaces. Next, here we see the IoT protocols. In IoT protocols, we have 4 layers: link layer, network layer, transport layer, application layer. In link layer, there are 5 protocols, that is Ethernet, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, LRWPAN, 2G, 3G, 4G. In network or internet layer, we have 3 protocols: IPv4, IPv6, LOWPAN. In transport layer, we have 2 protocols: TCP and UDP. In application layer, we used 7 protocols: HTTP, COAP, WebSocket, MQTT, XMPP, DDS, AMQP. First, we see about the link. In IoT protocols, we see the link layer, that is Ethernet. Ethernet have different versions we use in IoT device. First one is 802.3. It used a coaxial cable 10^5. And our next version is 802.3.I, copper twisted pair cable 10^T. And third one is 802.3.J, fiber optic cables 10^F. And fourth one is 802.3.AE, fiber optic cables 10 gigabits per second. So data rates are provided from 10 gigabits per second to 40 gigabits per second and higher than. In link layer, next one is Wi-Fi. Here Wi-Fi have 5 different versions utilized in IoT device. First one is 802.11a, 5 gigahertz band. And second one is 802.11b and 802.11g, 2.4 gigahertz band. And third one is 802.11n, 2.4 to 5 gigahertz bands. And 802.11.AC, 5 gigahertz band. And 802.11.AD, 60 hertz band. In Wi-Fi, collection of wireless LAN and data rates from 1 megabits per second to 6.75 gigabits per second. Next, IoT protocols. In link layer, we used WiMAX. In WiMAX, we have only one version utilized in IoT device, that is 802.16m. It have 100 megabits per second for mobile stations, 1 gigabits per second for fixed stations. In WiMAX, collection of wireless broadband standards. Data rates from 1.5 megabits per second to 1 gigabits per second. Next, LRWPAN. Collection of standards for low rate wireless personal area networks. The abbreviation for LRWPAN is low rate wireless personal area networks. Basis for high level communication protocols such as ZigBee. ZigBee is the one of examples for high level communication protocol. In LRWPAN, data rates from 40 kilobits per second to 250 kilobits per second. It provides low cost and low speed communication for power constrained devices. Next, last one is 2G, 3G or 4G. In link layer, it used in mobile communication. 2G means GSM CDMA, 3G means UMTS and CDMA 2000, 4G means LTE. In mobile communication, data rates from 9.6 kilobits per second for 2G to up to 100 megabits per second for 4G. Next, in IoT protocols, another layer is network or internet layer. This layer is responsible for sending an IP datagrams from source to destination network. It performs the host addressing and packet routing. Its host identification is done using hierarchical IP addressing schemes such as IPv4 or IPv6 protocols. In network layer, we see the three protocols. IPv4, first one is, it is used to identify the device on a network using hierarchical addressing scheme. It uses 32-bit address scheme. In IPv6, it uses 128-bit address scheme. In 6 LOWPAN, that means IPv6 over low power wireless personal area network. It is used for devices with limited processing capacity. It operates in 2.4 GHz. This data rates of 250 kilobits per second. Next, transport layer. It provides end-to-end message transfer capability independent of the underlying network. It provides functions such as error control, segmentation, flow control, and congestion control. In IoT protocols, another protocol is TCP. TCP means Transmission Control Protocol. In figure, we see that. Are you getting all of this from source to destination? Destination replied that no. Slow down so I can say accurately. That is, TCP means it's a connection oriented. It ensures reliable transmission. It provides error detection capability to ensure no duplicacy of packets and retransmit lost packets. Flow control capability to ensure the sending data rate is not too high for the receiver process. Congestion control capability helps in avoiding congestion, which leads to degradation of network performance. Next, another one is UDP in IoT protocols. UDP means User Datagram Protocol. Here we see the figure. From source, are you getting? Destination replied that I don't care but send it faster. That means it's a connectionless. It's a UDP, User Datagram Protocol. Does not ensure reliable transmission. It does not do connection before transmit. It does not provide proper ordering of messages. It's a transaction oriented and stateless. That's a UDP. Here we see the figure TCP versus UDP. In TCP, it's a connection oriented. So we get from source to destination and so destination to source, we have a connection. So we get the acknowledgement. But in UDP, it's a connectionless. So from source to destination only we send it. In IoT protocols, next layer is application layer. The first protocol is Hyper Transfer Protocol. Forms foundation of World Wide Web, WWW. It includes commands such as get, put, post, head, options, trace, etc. It follows a request response model. It uses Universal Resource Identifier, that means URI, to identify HTTP resources. Next protocol in application layer is COAP, that is, abbreviation is Constrained Application Protocol. It is used for machine-to-machine, that means M2M applications, meant for constrained devices and networks. Web Transfer Protocol for IoT and uses request response. It uses client-server architecture. It supports methods such as get, post, put, and delete. Next, another protocol is WebSocket in application layer. It allows full duplex communication over single socket. It is based on TCP. In client, it can be browser, IoT device, or mobile application. Another protocol is MQTT. It's a message queue telemetry transport. Abbreviation for MQTT. Again, I told you, message queue telemetry transport. It's a lightweight messaging protocol. It is based on publish subscribe model. It well suited for constrained environments where devices have limited processing, low memory, and network bandwidth requirements. Another protocol is XMPP in application layer. Abbreviation is Extensible Messaging and Presence Protocol. For real-time communication and streaming XML data between network entities. It is used for applications such as multi-party chat and voice or video calls. Decentralized protocol and uses client-server architecture. Next, another protocol is DDS in application layer. DDS means abbreviation is Data Distribution Service. It's a data-centric middleware standard for device-to-device or machine-to-machine communication. Publish-subscribe model, where publishers create topics to which subscribers can use. It provides quality of service control and configurable reliability. Next, another protocol is AMQP in application layer. AMQP abbreviation is Advanced Messaging Queuing Protocol. It is used for business messaging. It supports both point-to-point and publisher-subscriber model, routing and queuing. Broker here receives messages from publishers and route them over connections to consumers through messaging queues. Here we see the introduction of IoT and physical designs of IoT. Thank you.